All right, Benjamin, first round, breaking off the cobwebs. How'd that feel out there?
Pretty good. Just like you said, breaking off the cobwebs. Haven't raced since LA, so just wanted to come out, feel it out, and see how I was feeling. So it went pretty well.
Why the decision to not race since then?
46.6 opener was really fast, and I just feel like I needed time to have my body come down from that, instead of like hopping in another race, which was pre. And then I felt kind of sore after that too as well. Fastest opener ever for me. So I think I just had a gut feeling. I was like, you know what, like I don't think it's smart to go to pre where it's cold and run a hot one again after what I did in LA. So that was the game plan.
When did you shut it down today?
Sorry?
When did you shut it down today, the race?
Maybe like hurdle 8. Maybe, yeah, 7, 8. Yeah, just started to look around, seeing what was going on, and I knew it then, like, all right, like I was probably like a little too fast. Probably 40, I was probably on 48 lows, maybe 47 high. So I was like, yeah, I just we could shut it down now, and that's what I did.
Do you feel like that's a standard where you opened up in 46.6, Alison Dos Santos did the same, you know, yeah. Carson is right behind, like, what's the standard in the hurdles at this point?
That's a great question. I don't even know. I think we're continuing to push the bar. I mean, Olympic year, I think Carson opened up 46.5, and my last Olympic year, he opened up 46.5. So I think that's just kind of where we are in that group. So you just got to stay on it and stay healthy and stay consistent.
And let's talk.
You have to break the world records.
Who knows? I mean, I feel like this question's been like the bane of my existence since 2018. I mean, we'll see. Like, I thought it would be a world record to win in Budapest, and I crashed and burned, and we were so far off the pace. So, I mean, we'll see. I think it'll take something special, and like I said, like everyone has to be healthy and consistent, and I think we've shown that this season.
How healthy are you? Because I know the last couple of years you've run these fast times despite fighting through.
I'm healthy. Yeah, I'm healthy. Yeah,
healthier than ever?
Yeah. Yeah. Got a good 3 weeks in when I didn't race, so 3-4 weeks in, so feeling really good.
Can we talk about Grand Slam track? What's your thoughts on it?
You know, nothing changes unless something changes, and I feel like this is definitely a good step in the right direction for track and field. At first, of course, I was a little skeptical of it, being that I didn't know what really, I'm trying to say the right thing here. I just didn't know what went into it in terms of what the media deals were, venues, how it was constructed. And, you know, after having a brief chat with Kyle last night, he gave me some insight, and I think it's a phenomenal idea, to be honest with you, after hearing that much and being that he's so involved in it. So he shed some more light. Of course, he didn't tell me everything because he can't discuss everything with me, but I think it's a great idea.
Would you like to see more salary transparency, right? Like, would you like to know what other stars are making so you can kind of base your financial decisions around that?
I mean, I think I could like guesstimate what they're making and what they signed people for. I think the big stars will probably make over $500,000, in my honest opinion. Anywhere north of that, and I think everyone else will probably get signed to $200,000 deals or whatever it is. It sounds to me that they have investors that are willing to burn cash, because that's what they're going to be doing for the next 5, 6, 7 years, burning cash. So, I mean, I think it's just a matter of being smart with it and promoting it in the right way and telling these stories and doing things different, which is what they plan on doing.
So those base salaries, like how do you think those compare to the base salaries the shoe companies pay?
That's completely different. We all signed NDAs, so I can't really discuss that, to be honest with you. But I mean, in a league like the NFL, where you have full transparency of what people are actually making, and it sounds to me that they're kind of making the push to be like the NFL. It would be a game changer to really promote what people are making and make it transparent that, okay, Sydney's making X, Josh Kerr's making Y. So I think it'll be a good thing, but also be a bad thing, because some people in track and field are, they think everyone feels like they deserve equal pay, and that's just not the sport we're in. Like Sydney McLaughlin probably makes more money than I do a year, and so does Sha'Carri. So like, I feel like that's another thing too, is like track never had an equity issue. Like we're all equals, whether it's male or female. So I think that's on Michael Johnson, and that's on Kyle as well too.
Do you think you'll do the lead? What do you view as the pros and cons?
I don't know. I think I'll have to. I haven't had an offer. I just discussed like just literally basic, just trying to get more knowledge on it as well, so that I know I can make an informed decision. But they haven't approached me for a contract, or, well, to my knowledge. And I think it also you have to take into consideration the shoe companies as well too, like how our contracts are structured. It's around World Championships, the Olympics. How does that factor in Grand Slam track? But I think those are all decisions to be made later on, whenever they come to me and put an offer on the table. So we'll see.
Right. I mean, one of the factors that you highlight is the broadcast. Like, what is it that you want to see, I guess, like in the best case scenario for you, for the visibility of this?
I mean, I feel like for track and field, how you make your money is media rights. Realistically, like, I don't think there are no amount of tickets you could sell per track meet to cover. Every track meet is put on at a loss, and I don't think you can make up that deficit through ticket sales. It has to be through media rights, and whichever media company is willing to dish out the most money, I think will be the best decision. And I think we should really take into consideration that we're trying to move the sport forward, not have this product that burns out in 2 to 3 years and now we're back to square one. I think just having a solid media company, Xfinity or whoever's in charge of those media rights, I think that's going to be the big push. And putting live sports out there, people want to see live sports, so I think a channel that brings forth an audience will be good and big for track and field as well too.
Switching gears a little bit, a couple of your USC training mates have qualified this week. What has it been like watching them qualify, and has that inspired you?
I've been waiting for a long time, and it just sucks that I have to be in the second session and watch them all go through. It sucks because I want to go as well too, and they get me all excited, and I'm just like, dang, like I really want to be out there, but I gotta wait. So I've been out here supporting them every single day that they ran. So, and especially like getting Kendall through as well too, that was like awesome. So I'm just happy I get my chance now, and hopefully, well, make it through these next couple rounds and be on this team.
What was your reaction when you saw Kendall, I mean, in the semis set that PB, and then in the final actually win the whole thing?
When she got to 250, I knew she was going to win.
How?
Because based on how we model our race plans, like that move she made was just, she timed it perfectly. And if it's one thing Kendall Ellis will do, is she'll run that last 100. If you guys remember 2018 when she won the national championship for USC, so she will run that last 100. So when she got to 250 and she made that move, I was like, yeah, she's on the team. She made it. So I think that was the highlight for me of the meet, to be honest with you.
Were you confident Fred was going to make this team?
I never bet that Fred Kerley won't do anything, to be honest with you. And it's funny because people don't really see what's going on outside of here. And he's been through he probably won't say it, but he's been through a lot these past couple months. And there was a point in time where I was just like, Fred, like, where the hell are you? Like, you need to, the reason why you switched is to be here and train. Like, you need to come and like sit your ass down and like train, like, So I think he kind of, Coach JB and Coach Watts was like, yeah, like, you got to come back, man. Like, he's just going back and forth between LA and Miami because he has a home there. So it was just, if I have to go to war, I'm taking Fred Kerley with me. Let's just put it that way.
What is the situation? I know Joanna Hayes is moving to UCLA. Curious, like, what that may look like, if you discussed that yet.
I think we're just taking it day by day. I think 85–90% of my time is spent doing flat stuff anyway. So I will migrate between SC and UCLA. So the days I hurdle, I'll probably go to UCLA, and the days I run flat, I'll still be at SC with Mike and Fred. that entire other group. So I think it's a great thing. Like, now we kind of control both of the major tracks in LA. So I mean, it's not a bad thing at all. So now we won't be shot for facilities anymore and having to move around and stuff like that. So I think it's a good thing.
And I feel like last year at Pre, you spoke about kind of how it's tough to compete every single year. And World Athletics just introduced the Ultimate Challenge in 2026. Curious your thoughts on that and, like, you know, having a championship every year now.
I think that's a great idea, in all honesty. However, I don't think we should call it the Ultimate World Championships because it takes away from the novelty of World Championships. Another thing too is I don't think we should wear federation kits at that meet whatsoever, because again, the point of having World Championships is, you know, you get to represent your country at this special meet that is not in an Olympic year. And I feel like adding the Ultimate World Championships kind of waters that down. Maybe a rebrand of the name would have been fine, but I don't know if it's just stuck now or it is what it is now. But I just don't think, given the format of the meet and how the top 10 people in the world, or top 8, however much it is, I don't think we should be in federation kits for that meet whatsoever.
Can I ask about your war on bibs? Because I know you don't like wearing them, but also that is one of the opportunities for whoever's sponsoring the meet to sort of get their brand out there when it's in the pictures and stuff. Like, are you worried if meets go away from that, they're going to, you know, not put as much investment into it? Or
there's no sponsor on our bib right now.
Not like, that one, but like a Diamond League meet, you'll have like...
It's plastered everywhere. Like, if you look at Oslo Diamond League, extras, like, you see it everywhere on TV. And I even just remembered it, like, it's extra in red and orange, like, or yellow. I think it's just kind of stupid because, you know, shoe companies spend all this money like doing R&D on new tech for uniforms, and they display all these cool uniforms, and you put a paper bib on it, and now you're just like less aerodynamic on the track, and it's just annoying, like, to have that on. And I just think it's just stupid, in all honesty.
Do you think it makes more sense to have a bib in distance races compared to sprints when you're in lanes?
I mean, why? Like, maybe in the 10K or the 5K where it's like longer, but these events where you have to get up to speed and your aerodynamics actually matter, I think that's just kind of it's a waste of time, in all honesty, a disservice to the athletes as well too.
Would you prefer maybe, obviously in like NFL, right? You got the name on the back or something like that?
You can put your name on the back, and like, I think now we're so advanced with AI and just general technology that you can highlight who's in what lane and display it. Like, I know on TV when they were running the 400 finals, like, they had an arrow pointed at Quincy Wilson in his final as well too. So it can be done. And it's not like people don't know what person is. You can literally display a graphic on TV if you wanted to, but I think in terms of the bibs, like, it's just kind of pointless to me, honestly.
They ever quantified how much? I mean, the sport is set by hundredths of a second. I mean,
yeah, exactly. They can determine whether you run 9.58 or 9.57. You know, I feel like at that point, because you're getting up to max velocity, sometimes 27. Some people hit 30 miles per hour, like, at some point in the race, and now you have all this air that's supposed to flow in a certain direction off the uniform. Now it's hitting a bib, and it's just kind of counterintuitive to the technology that they're wasting money on to put us in. So I don't know, just food for thought.
Looking at Paris, do you have any thoughts about the repage new format for, you know, it's kind of the last chance qualifier that they introduced?
I actually haven't thought much about it. I don't have any plans on being in that heat, to be honest. So I think it's a good thing for the audience and the fans, because I think seeing that drama where they sat on the couch in Budapest was really good, and seeing the reaction, and I think it's good for fan engagement, which is very important. So I think for that reason, yeah, but I personally have no plans on being in that heat.
Right, you've obviously been on a lot of the 4x4s over the last couple of years. The relay pool, like, always the thing, you know, people debate. Quincy Wilson, would you put him in the relay pool?
I definitely would, because there's the mixed relay, there's rounds, both rounds of the mixed, both rounds of the 4x, 2 rounds of the 4x4, sorry, again. And he deserves it. I mean, like, the kid came out here and ran 44 in all 3 rounds. Like, he deserves to be there. He deserves to be on the team. I think as seeing what we've done over the past couple of years, I think we really need a technical meeting to really discuss things and like let people know the gravity of the situation that we're in and what the expectations are. And he's a 16-year-old kid. Like, although he came out here and did well, like, it's an entirely different feeling when you're in a championship, a different championship setting. And I wouldn't say I'm not worried about him on the technical side of things because he's run multiple 4x4s and he knows how to keep it, him and his coach know how to keep it simple. So I would definitely, he deserves it. I mean, the kid ran freaking well all weekend. Like to take that away from him is kind of crazy in my opinion. Yeah, so yeah.
Appreciate it.